Well, there are other people trickling in right now. I can say that. So maybe you don't get that feed, but I do.
Okay.
So hello, everybody. I see that we have had a couple more people come online on this beautiful Boxing Day, December the 26th, 2025. There is only one of these, and we are here with you today to experience this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of Boxing Day 2025. I hope everyone here has been having an amazing holiday. I hope that you have been surrounded by friends and family. I hope all of you have felt special, and I hope that all of you have felt that joy that normally people do around this time of the year. If you have not, here's another reason why we're here, right? We're here to connect as a community, have a couple of laughs, and just see where it goes from there. Today, I'm not quite sure who is in the chat right now. If you want to come in and say hello in the chat, that way I can identify who is in here right now. But I wanted to go over some of the details with you guys. I'm going to wait a little bit more until I see a couple more people come in, because I have a feeling we are going to have a couple more trickle in. But Dwayne, we'll wait about maybe a minute and we'll kick it off, because no matter if people come in and out on this live stream tonight, you can pick up at any point in time. You're not going to be missing out on too much, except for some pretty interesting myths and facts that are going to be covered tonight. So tonight we are going to be covering the myth and fact trivia. But again, I'm not doing this alone. Hello, everyone. No. I'm not doing this alone. Tonight, we have a special guest. His name is Dwayne. He is my brother all the way down in Newfoundland right now. I'm super thrilled to have him with me. So hello, Dwayne. Thanks for being here.
How's everyone doing? I can see names now. There are a couple of people. My screen just changed coming in.
Yeah, I see Bruce is here and the Dive Sports. There's a Grinch in both homes. Okay, so that's Dave, and what he means by that, yeah, Dwayne's
there's a little bit of truth to that. I think there's a little bit of truth to that.
I know exactly where it's coming from, and you do as well. To explain to you guys here, I am the Grinch when it comes to Christmas time. I wouldn't say. I think that's an incorrect statement for me, really, because I'm very warm-hearted in most cases. And I don't need my heart to swell up 3 times in order to be a good person or think of others. I believe I'm naturally like that anyways. However, I am not behind Christmas at all. The tradition, the buying of the presents, and I don't know, there's just something about Christmas that is a little bit soured to me. And I totally get the family aspect. Cheers. I totally
Bruce
get the cheers.
Bruce must be GBHXU, is he?
Bruce is GBHXU. Yep, Dwayne.
Merry Christmas, Bruce. And the Dive Sports. Merry Christmas. I don't know who that is.
That's Dave.
Oh, is that Dave?
Yeah, that's Dave.
He's undercover again.
He's undercover again. I told him to stay away from my account this time. He was commenting on my account for some reason last time, so tell him to stop doing that. Bruce says, Merry Christmas back to you. That's awesome. We have a couple of other stragglers up here that haven't said hello into the chat. So come on down and say hello in the chat. I'd love to see who's here watching and know whether or not I need to watch my P's and Q's or if I can just let her rip, right? I don't think that we're going to get too savage tonight, but full disclosure to those who are here, we are brother and sister. We are a normal brother and sister in most ways. We will bitch and moan at each other. We will disagree with one another. We will stand by what we fucking think, and we will probably speak like this. I know that. Well, I've technically known you all my life. That is for sure. Right? 47 years I have known this man. 47 years. It's crazy to say. Wow. Okay, so I'm really happy to see who is here right now. I'm going to kick it off. So tonight is called Myth or Fact Trivia. And again, like I said, I'm not doing this alone. I have my brother Dwayne with me. And tonight we are going to test our knowledge and or maybe bust some things that we always thought was true but aren't, or maybe things we didn't know was true that are. I'll read the statement. So Dwayne, this is how it's going to go. I'm going to read the statement aloud. You're going to answer, and this is where the chat gets involved. You guys, you will either agree or disagree with what Dwayne has given as an answer? I see we have a couple more people on here, so I'm just going to reiterate what's going on quickly, and then we'll kick off the game. So tonight I have a special guest, Dwayne, my brother. He is here all the way from Newfoundland. I'm in Ontario. It's a pleasure to have somebody here with me doing this sort of thing, so that's great. Tonight we're going to play the game Myth or Fact Trivia. And what's going to happen is I'm going to ask Dwayne to like a myth or fact question. He's going to answer, and then we're going to go to the chat. We'll see what you guys say, and at the end, I will reveal the answer, and we'll see which one wins. Did Dwayne get it, or did the chat get it, or was it amicable, right? So that's how we're going to do this.
Me versus the chat. Is there any prize today, unique Sampa?
There is no prize today. However, next week, I'll be having my December 2025 playlist quiz. There will be prizes for that next week. Tonight's just for chill and fun. I don't know who is hungover out there or not hungover, or maybe they ate too much and they just want to chill today. I find we all feel like whales on Boxing Day, where we're just kind of decompressing from all the social life that we've had, and we're gearing up to get ready to go for the New Year's bashes. So I just thought this was a good day for it, but I'm sorry, Unique Sampa, today I will not be giving out prizes, but tune into next week's live. I'm definitely going to be giving out prizes for that one. So thank you for your question. I hope you stick around anyways and play the game. So now that we've covered the rules of the game, myth or fact trivia, again, I'll ask the question to Dwayne. Dwayne will answer the question. Then we'll go over into the chat. Dwayne, you and I will monitor what it is people are saying, and we'll find out what the answer is from myself, and then we'll go from there. Sound like fun, everybody? Sweet.
Sounds like fun.
So again, if you're in this chat, please say hi down below in the comments. Be great to see who is here snooping. Okay, so I'm going to kick off the first question, and I categorize this as everyday beliefs we all kind of accepted. Okay, so the first one is, Dwayne, do we really need 8 glasses of water a day?
Need? I'm going to say no. Myth.
All right. Dwayne says myth. The question again was, do we really need 8 glasses of water a day? I know myself, I don't drink that much water.
Neither do I, unless I have probably 18 or 20 beers or get some water into that.
Oh, there's lots of water in that.
Yeah, so.
Lots of water. I drink a lot of coffee, and I drink my coffee black.
I agree with Dave. It's a recommendation.
It's either myth or fact, people. Dwayne, Dave, actually. Dave.
What he means myth by it.
Stick to the rules of the game.
Dave goes a little bit deeper. You know that, right?
Always, Mr. Wikipedia.
And then the next part is what he answers with.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So if you're just coming into the page, say hello down below, everybody. All right, so we do have... Oh, hey, Brandon. It's great to see you. I wish I had known you were going to be here. I would have grabbed your rock. I still have your rock.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay, no problem. So I'd say the majority of you are saying that it's a myth. Okay, and I believe Dwayne said that it was a myth too. So the actual answer is you are all correct on this one. It is a myth. Hydration depends on body size, activity, climate, and diet. So many foods contain water, and thirst is usually a pretty reliable signal that you need to drink. And then your skin and your fingernails, like there's other indicators saying that you're dehydrated. So drinking that many bottles of water per day is unnecessary. It's all on body type and what type of activity and foods that you've been eating. If you're just eating potato chips, well, yeah, maybe you need to drink a little bit more water. But if you just had a soup, you probably don't need as much water as a result. So water bottle influencers out there will hate that, but it is a myth. It is a myth. But thank you very much, everybody, for your answers. Okay, so the next question is, for those people who were just joining, we are doing a myth and fact kind of quiz right now with Dwayne, my brother. So I'm going to ask him a question, and he's going to figure out whether it's a myth or a fact. And then we're going to turn to the chat and see what everyone else says. It's kind of a battle between Dwayne and the chat, and we'll see what happens. You might learn something. So Dwayne, your next question is, does cracking your knuckles damage your joints?
Hmm.
Again, the question was, everybody,
I'm gonna
does
say
cracking your knuckles damage your joints?
I'm gonna go with myth on that one.
Dwayne's going to go with myth on
Yeah.
that one. All right. Oh, hey, Dan. Dwayne says, I was wondering when my dogs were going to figure out that
Oh,
there's
my dog, just for your dog.
another. Yeah, they're talking to each other. There was a dog that just ran
this should
across
be
the front
interesting.
yard. There was a dog that ran across the front yard, and so they're freaking out over that. All right, so the question again, everybody, was, does cracking your knuckles damage your joints? Dwayne says it is a myth. I'd say, Dwayne, would you agree that everybody here in the chat pretty much says that it's a myth as well? Dan says hello to me and you, so that's great. Dan, we're definitely going to try to see if we can
I
get you
think
on
Bruce
here
said
some
it,
night.
Bruce said yes, so I'm assuming he meant fact.
Okay.
Dave gave another long explanation. I'm sure he means myth.
Well, Dave, no, you weren't releasing trapped. You weren't. The dive sports says no. You are just releasing trapped carbon dioxide between your joints.
Brandon says myth.
Brandon said myth. Based on me cracking my knuckles and know how they feel in the morning, it certainly doesn't help. But I'll say myth. Okay. Well, everyone, the answer is, you are all correct, by the way. It is a myth. It is a myth. The sound comes from gas bubbles in the joint fluid. So Dave's not actually wrong there. It doesn't specify whether it's carbon dioxide specifically, but but yes, it is a myth. There's long-term studies that show that there's no increased arthritis caused by cracking your knuckles. So there you go. It's a myth. Something I always thought, though, like when I'm cracking my knuckles, legit, Dwayne, I do think that. Like, I'm thinking to myself right now, I want to, because now I know it doesn't cause arthritis. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just going to crank it.
I can't crack my knuckles very well.
My thumbs hurt when I crack them, but my fingers, yeah, I can do like a consistent roll, almost like playing a piano. But it's good now to know that it doesn't actually cause arthritis. So there you go, people. All right, so Dwayne, your next one is, does microwaving food destroy nutrients?
I would have to say fact for that. It must.
Okay.
Just based on what it is.
Because it's a microwave.
As you know, too, like sometimes cooking destroys nutrients. Some vegetables are better eaten raw, they're more nutritious. And you release a lot of nutrients. So I'm
going to say, agreed.
Yeah, I'm going to say
agreed.
Fact.
I find people overdo their vegetables. Like, you're better off, like, I don't like boiled vegetables for one, but because you're better off drinking the water that the vegetables were boiled in. That's where the nutrients are. That's why soup is so good. All right, so we're starting to get some answers coming in here. The question was, does microwaving food destroy nutrients? We've got Dave saying, yes, any cooking can break down nutrients, but essentially when you use gamma rays. Dan says, yes. Brandon, I've never heard of that one before. Oh, yeah, I've heard that a few times in my life. Bruce says it's fact, and Dave corrects himself. Yeah, I would say he corrects himself because he started with although. Hold on, let's get pretentious. Whoop. Although, hold on, everybody. Although they will tell you that it doesn't have any effect, but it's all marketing.
Dave got a lot of days. In every conversation, there's always a they and them.
They.
And they're all like bad.
Embrace. Yeah, I suppose. All right, so the actual answer is it's a myth.
It's a myth.
It's a myth. Yeah. Short cook times often preserve nutrients better than...
She must have been talking to they, Dave.
Yeah, must have been. But yeah, everyone, it's not a fact in any way, shape, or form. It is a myth. Short cook times often preserve nutrients better than boiling. That's why, like, flash freezing and flash blah blah blah, it usually preserves the ingredients a lot better, right? And that's what a microwave does. Is it ideal? Is it good? No. things turn all rubbery, and yeah, it's not good for like texture or whatnot, but it doesn't eliminate the nutrients as much as conventional cooking. We'll
Okay.
go with that.
We'll agree, disagree on that one.
Well, we can. It's all good, you know. I can give you scientific backup information
Dave
and stuff later if you
protests.
like.
I got a little bit of protest in me, Dave, but we're going to keep it civilized for a little bit.
Oh no. Contest to your heart's content.
Just a little bit.
That's what it's about. If you don't agree, then that's all good. That's all good, right? It's not like there's any prize at the end of this. So debate is actually literally what I want. That would be good. All right. So Dan says it depends on who pays for the study. Yeah, you're right, Dan. I'll have to look at my sources a little deeper. And Dave says that's a comparative stat, not a finite stat, and he protests. Acknowledge, David. I have written it down that you have officially protested one of the questions. Question number 3. You're getting in early. Okay, Dwayne, next one. I like this one because I've heard this a lot, and you're a parent. You have kids. Does sugar make kids hyper?
Oh, absolutely. That's a fact. Absolutely. Bouncing off the walls. I'll tell you a story while we're waiting for some answers to come in true. When Kendall and Brady were really small, and like you'd have a glass of soda, pop or Coke, Pepsi or something, and they'd want some. So we'd literally give them like this much in a glass. That's it. Just this much. And one time they were Halloween trick-or-treating, and we were in the cul-de-sac watching, and the kids were going around the cul-de-sac, and we were just up in the middle, you know? And they went up to this lady's house, and you heard Kendall say aloud, "What? A whole can for me and Brady? Thanks, missus." They had a whole can of pop. And
They
that
were
was
amazed by it.
yeah, well, they're only like 5 and 3 or something. Right? Like, they were so happy to have a whole can, and they were bouncing off the walls 3 days on that can of pop. You know, so that's definitely.
They probably weren't used to sugar, though. You probably didn't give them much sugar to begin with, anyways, eh?
No, it's not a lot, right? And stuff like that, like sweet drinks, when they had it, you saw the difference. So sugar definitely has a negative impact and makes them more hyper and stuff. There's no doubt about it. Dave
All
says
right.
false. Brandon says false. Bruce says yes. Handicapper Traveler says yes.
I like the Brandon answer. Not if you have ADHD myth. It's true though. I mean, people with ADHD, they don't need sugar. They're just like that anyways. You know, you can say it's sugar with your kid, but have you had them tested for ADHD before you blame it on sugar? Dave says
David's
false.
backing at it again.
That's good. All right, Dave. Dave says, if they get such a high, where is the sugar crash in 15 minutes? It's parents deflecting their poor parenting, scapegoating sugars. Dang. He's coming out with the class.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming out with the class. Although in some cases, again, it's definitely a person-to-person basis, in my opinion. Like your metabolism, everyone has a different type of metabolism, and we break down what we break down in different ways all the time. So, it is what it is in that aspect. But according to this study, it says that it is incorrect. It says that it's a myth, and controlled studies show behaviors changes from expectations to not sugar itself. So it turns out it's us apparently. It's us saying that. I don't know.
All right.
I personally have seen both sides of the coin. Lily, when she was here, when I would give her too much sugar, she was pretty high active. And it's not because I told her. Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway,
Dan says, my son did not have ADHD. My parenting was fine, or my kids would have turned out to be jerks, and they are not. So there you go. What did you say up above? Did you say that was a myth, Dan? Let's move on to
Handicapper said it was a fact. He agreed with me, same as Bruce.
Okay. All right. I would agree. Okay. Next one. Can you sweat out toxins?
Absolutely. I'm going to say fact. Isn't that a smoke lodge? Isn't that what that's for? Native Americans in their smoke lodge. Isn't that like the sweat is what it does? It cleanses their bodies.
I don't know if they do it for toxins. I think they do it for spiritual
It's
reasons.
cleansing your body. No, they know it's cleansing your body. I'm going to say fact.
All right. Dwayne says fact, everybody. Bruce says fact. The question, in case you guys missed it, can you sweat out toxins?
Chaga is
Can you
good.
sweat out
for that.
toxins? Is it a myth or is it a fact? Dan says, not sure. I'm learning towards fact. Oh, he's leaning towards fact. And
Yeah,
Bruce
exactly,
agrees with
sauna.
you. You guys are like-minded there. He said, hence a sauna. And Dave says, yeah, toxins may be a bit of an inflated term, but you do sweat crap out. I would agree, Dave, and everybody else. I would say that it is fact as well, but to a point, right? Like, I believe when we go to like the gym, no, okay, let's just say if we're drinking, right, and you got like you got her in here, and the next morning you stink of the alcohol still. People say it after you've gotten out of the shower. Even sometimes they can still smell the alcohol coming out of your pores, right? So in that aspect, I would say, yes, you do, right? You do sweat out toxins, but Dave was right. Toxins may be a bit of an inflated term, but like a toxin would be like a poison. You don't sweat out poisons. So in this case, it is a myth. Toxins happen. Sorry, you detox through
I think
your liver and
I
your
think you're just
kidneys.
such a good talker that what you do is that you wait for me to answer and then you go with your little ramble and turn it all around like you do with everything and then turn it back to be wrong. That's what
Only when you're wrong.
I think. Yeah.
Only when you're
Yeah.
wrong.
We're all wrong this time. Oh
This
well.
time. Yeah.
Trick
But I
question.
mean, it is a trick question. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. It's the whole point.
Supposed to be for fun.
Imagine me on a debate team.
Yeah.
I used to be on a debate team. It was long lived. Wasn't long lived.
Starting to feel like a
Okay,
game.
so the next one. Are cold showers secretly good for you?
I've never had
Question
one.
was, are cold showers secretly good for you?
A lot of people do that stuff and they go dip themselves in oceans and ponds in the freezing cold for some reason. I don't know why. I'll guess fact. Why not?
All right, chat.
It doesn't sound like it's very good, and I've never done it, and I never will. Right? I can think of many ways when it's not good for you, especially if you're a man.
Yeah. Well, I think same for us.
Well, I think it's the opposite. I think it's the opposite effect with you guys than us, really.
Oh yeah, you're right. One's introverted, the other one's extroverted.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
Turtle.
I know that my recent tour to Latvia, we lived in these shacks where the hot water tanks probably supported about 100 people, and there were 300 people in the shacks. So it was very rare to get a hot shower while I was there. Very rare. I would have to get up in the middle of the night when everyone else is asleep just to get that chance. So for me, I didn't enjoy taking cold showers all the freaking time, especially since it was freezing cold outside as well. And it just felt like you were constantly frozen. So it was of no relief to me. I'll tell you, it just made it worse personally. All right, let's get to the chat. What do you guys think? Do you think that cold showers secretly are good for you? I believe that Bruce said that it was fact. He agrees. Dave says pseudoscience depends on the study, but generally it's a myth. Dan says, depending on your condition, if you are swollen, yes. Yeah, I agree with you there, Dan. A little bit of hot, then a little bit of cold. It's good first aid. 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. And Brandon says, fact. Hot showers rid natural oils, but screw that. All right. I would agree. Too much hot. That's what, yeah, I would agree. All right. So according to the list of answers that I have, it is a myth. They increase alertness, but strong long-term health benefits aren't proven. So basically it boosts misery and not miracles.
So all those people that are jumping in the ocean are doing it. It must be crazy. There's no benefit.
Yeah, just going, well, that's more of an adrenaline rush, I would say. I've done that. I did the Baltic plunge when I was deployed.
Well, what is it?
All right.
12-2 for them.
I haven't been keeping score.
No, some feels like
I think you guys have generally been agreeing with one another the whole time. I think I'm the one that has disagreed with you guys, so I'm the one that's getting slack here. How did that happen? I don't know.
we got a
So,
Dave said myth for sure there, so he was right on that one.
Okay, so the next one is, does sitting all day cancel out exercise?
Sitting all
That's
day.
an ambiguous question, though. I'll be honest with you. That's an ambiguous question.
So when you say cancel out
does
exercise,
sitting all day cancel out exercise for health risks? I think it's an ambiguous question, Dwayne. I can skip this question, but we can see what the chat says about it.
Let's just absorb that a little bit more. Does
Yeah, I think we need to absorb it.
Cancel out exercise. So that the way that question sounds to me is like, if you sit all day, well, you don't need exercise. So I didn't say myth.
I see it as this as well. Like if you sit all day, then you won't be one of those old people that has problems with joints and hips and knees.
No, you'll just
right?
be overweight and completely out of shape and die of a heart attack at you're 55. You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
Like, yeah,
and if you could donate knees when you die, then I mean that'd be the ideal one to get for sure. Has low use. Definitely myth. All right. What does the chat say over here? Bruce says must be beneficial in sportsmen do nice plunges. Yeah, they do. Nothing cancels out exercise, according to Dave. And Dan says, if you are bedridden, it takes 7 days to get back the strength you had. Oh, wow. It's about just moving. It's about moving consistently. I would agree. Sitting down is not really a productive way of living your life. That is for sure. There are certain muscles and whatnot that you just need to exercise on a regular basis. That's why we have physiotherapy when you can't. There's a reason. Okay, so let's get to this. There's blah, blah, blah. Does sitting down cancel out exercise? It actually says that it's a fact. Long-term periods of sitting increase health risks, even if you work out later. A standing jest rejoice. I cannot stand that question. It is a dumb question, and it is an idiotic answer. What do you guys think?
Wow.
I thought that was a dumb question.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you thought it was a dumb question as well. All right, next one, and then I'm going to take a quick little 2-second break from you guys. Does alcohol kill brain cells?
Yes.
I'm going to leave you with that one. You say yes.
I know for sure. And I'll be right back too.
My apologies, everyone. Dwayne left too? He left you all alone? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Well, I am back. My last question was, does alcohol kill brain cells?
And I said
see what
fact,
the chat says. You said it was fact, yeah. And Bruce says it is not fact. Brandon says that it's not fact. Or at least he hopes it's a myth. I know that you like your couple of drinks there, Brandon. So a little background, guys. Me and Brandon met through the military. We were on exercise together, I think it was about 4 years ago now. And when I first got posted into Petawawa. So pretty nice guy. Bruce says someone is still mic'd up. Oh, was somebody mic'd up?
Oh, sorry about
that.
I
lessons you learn. The lessons you learn. They temporarily dull your brain cells. This is what Dan says. And Dave, of course, has a paragraph. Dwayne, would you like to read that paragraph?
In an offhand way, it will. Alcohol will absorb in the blood, which is transferred to your brain, which will likely kill some cells. But the real myth is that the brain cells don't reproduce, which they do.
Hmm.
So Dave is saying yes, in an
Yeah.
offhand way.
Well, it is myth. Alcohol impairs brain function, but moderate use doesn't directly kill neurons.
Jocelyn just
So
texted me and said, I heard your pee live.
I didn't hear it. Oh, I would have. Yeah,
Everyone
that
else
sucks.
did. I was quick, as quick as I could be. Sorry, guys.
That's all good. Everybody pees. I think there's even a book on it. Everyone pees. Oh, Brandon's relieved that he thanks God that alcohol does not kill brain cells. I think most of us would be zombies by now, I would say. I've drank a few in my day, that's for sure. So the next one is, Dwayne, is multitasking productive?
Absolutely. Fact.
It's a fact. All right.
But it depends, on what you're saying by multitasking. Like to do a couple things at once to get it. Yes, absolutely. It is. It is at work anyway, at my work. Now, you can't do 5 things at once, but
Okay.
you can.
So those of you who just rejoined the chat, my question to Dwayne was,
gotta
is
organize yourself
multitasking
to
productive? Yeah, you do.
You got to be really
I agree.
organized to multitask. So this is another loaded question where you get to just pick me apart again.
I'm being quiet right now. I'm just reading the chat. I don't know what you're talking about with these attacks. All right. So Dan says sometimes, and Brandon says again, ADHD fact. Bruce says that it is not true as well. So I think we have kind of an ambiguous forum there. Everyone kind of contradicts each other there. So the actual answer is, it is a myth. The brain switches tasks, reducing speed and accuracy. Basically like a computer, right? If you have a bunch of tabs up, it's running some energy into all of those little tabs. And if you can still multitask, but multitasking a lot, exactly what Dwayne was saying. And that's why I was grinning, because you were hitting the nail on the head with it all depends. You don't want to be taking on 10 like major tasks at one point in time, but all of these little ones that you can categorize in, you're good to go. So sometimes, in some cases, depending on the capacity of the thing that you're multitasking, it can be a good thing. But when you're taking your brain, much like the thing that I said on the top there, like little tabs on your screen, you just close down a couple of those tabs, you're able to do a lot more, and your computer runs a lot better. Right? Makes sense, Dwayne?
Absolutely.
Cool.
I agree.
You were grinning there. Oh, we have a new...
I was reading some of the comments.
Yeah, we have a new person in here, the Cam Fam TX. The Cam Fam, is that for Texas TX?
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, hello, the Cam Fam. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining. We're playing a little bit of a myth or fact event here. We're just asking questions to Dwayne. We're discussing whether we think it's true or not, and then the chat's weighing in on everything as well. So she's confirmed, Dwayne, that she's from. I should say they. I can't assume that they're from Texas. Well, hello to Texas. I'm in Ontario, and Dwayne is in Newfoundland, Canada. There you go. I think I pre-answered your question for you.
It's late evening here. It's not night yet.
No, it's 1:37 p.m. here.
It's 3 p.m. here.
Yeah. So Dwayne, next question. I'm going to skip that one because it's lame. Does smiling actually make you feel better?
Absolutely. Fact.
Smiling makes you feel better. Okay.
Absolutely.
Chat, what do you think?
With radio personalities, before they get on and go on the radio, like when they're going to the microphone, the first thing you do is put a smile on their face, and that smile goes out to that audience. Fact.
I would agree.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I would agree. I try to walk around with a smile on my face. I find it opens more doors than not. right? When you have a kind disposition, generally people are more willing to handle you.
And psychologically, as Dave says, it will too. A few comments
Yeah.
coming in. Everyone is agreeing.
Yeah, I would say so too. And it is, everyone. It is actually fact. Does smiling actually make you feel better? Yes. Facial feedback can gently improve mood. Faking it sometimes works too. So there you go. You're all correct. Fake it till you make it. I've actually approached work getting closer and closer and probably been in the most crabbiest mood or whatever, right? But as soon as I walk in through those doors and I'm at work, I usually smile and I greet everybody cordially and like, hello, good morning. Oh, yeah, awesome. Had a great night or had a great weekend. And I just move on, right? It just pays forward that positivity and it eventually comes back on you, I guess. Bruce says a smile uses less muscles than frowning. This is correct. This is correct.
I've heard that
Dwayne,
before too.
yeah. It's like, turn that frown upside down. That's what they say. Okay, here's another one. Is reading in dim light bad for your eyes?
Yes. Fact.
Dwayne says yes. What
In
does the
dim
chat
light.
say?
I mean,
In
you wouldn't
dim
want
light, yeah.
super power light because reading outside a white page might hurt your eyes. You might have sunglasses, in a sunny day. Powerful light, right? But dim light, fact.
All right. I just want to flick over to the chat here. Where is it? It was by Dave. The dive sports. It can be bad. This one depends on generally no. It wasn't that message I actually wanted to direct us to. It was the dive sports again, Dave. So we can sit all day as long as we smile. He was going back to the sitting question. Yeah. You know what, you guys? We just cracked the key to a successful and healthy life. Sit all day and smile. If you do both those things consistently, you will never have any health risks and you will be happy. Apparently. According to this. Yeah, that was good. That was good. It can be bad. This one depends on generally no. So yeah. If is reading in the dim light bad for your eyes? It is a myth, everybody. It causes eye strain, but not permanent damage. It's like staring at your cell phone, right? Same thing. At night. Dwayne's grinning at me right now. He's like, what an asshole. She set me up there. Like,
you did, because
I can see it in your face.
Absolutely you did. I know you did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Because you said it's like harmful to your eyes or something, not causing permanent damage. And strain is harmful. Well, here we are. Every time we talk.
Okay. Here's a good one.
Keep smiling.
Pardon me. Pardon me. Next one. Do we only use 10% of our brains?
I know a lot of people that do. Or less. That's for sure. It's funny you should say that. That's a myth. That's a myth.
That's a myth.
More than that. Absolutely.
What do you say, chat? All right. The Cam Fam in Texas, they said no. They say no. It is a myth. As well as Bruce. Bruce believes that it is true that we only use 10% of our brain. Brandon says, I try to only, but myth.
There's a variety of answers. A couple yeses, a couple no's.
Yeah, they're mixed. They're mixed. The question was, do we only use 10% of our brain? Dave says, absolutely not. It would be evolutionarily suicidal if that's all we use of our brain after feeding that hungry organ. The passion. The passion behind this guy answering these myth and fact questions.
He's all in.
Yeah, he's all in. He's all in. He's all in. All right. So the question was, do we only use 10% of our brain? And it is indeed a myth. Brain imaging shows most areas are active throughout the day. Some days for me, it feels less accurate, but yeah, If you look at a brain scan, you can always see like the colors and whatnot. You've probably seen it on TV shows when people are doing brain scans and there's all this activity happening. It might be 10% of the brain, but it's not just this one part of the brain. It's parts everywhere that is constantly connecting through neurons and signals and whatnot. It's more than 10% of your brain being used on a regular basis. It's the entire thing, but it all depends on the function.
I got that one.
You did. You did indeed. So the next one here, everybody. Does sitting too close to the TV damage your eyes?
It can.
Ellen says
When I was
yes.
younger, it used to damage other parts because if you didn't move back when you were told, you'd probably get a top or something was thrown and you'd get it back in the head. But I don't recall anything ever damaging my eye, so I'm going to have to go with myth. It might have been because my back was to him, but I remember it was always the back. Myth.
Sorry.
It's not myth.
You say it's myth?
I say it's myth. Now Louie's going to start barking because your dog is barking.
Yes. They're done. They're done. They're just buffing now. They're not barking anymore. No.
Yeah, he's doing the same thing.
It wasn't a buff. It wasn't a buff. Oh, I feel like
he's gone up to check the door.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So Brandon says, I think it depends on the TV, not LCD or LED. Yeah, maybe this is like when we were like kids, we had the tube TVs, maybe different. That's a good point, Brandon. TV shows are fiction, even the reality shows. Handicapper Traveler says this. Brandon says an old tube TV, yes. Bruce says yes on the cat hole ray TV. Yes, that's what we call a tube TV with the antennas. We had those growing up. So the actual answer to this riveting question, does sitting too close to the TV damage your eyes? It is indeed a myth. It causes temporary strain, lasting harm.
2 in a row.
Just like the question earlier about reading in dim light. Okay. Good for you, Dwayne. Yeah. I wish I had
for a handful.
Streamers or something I could pop onto your
screen. Bunny ears is what we called the antennas. I remember those.
Bunny ears, yeah. And whenever they were broken, put tinfoil on them.
You could, yeah. And sometimes they put wire and stick it up even further to get reception after bunny ears.
That's right. Or drill a hole in the roof and put an antenna on top of that and feed a wire down. I've seen that. Those are the people that don't think with 10% of their brain.
Yeah, those, yeah. Tinfoil fixes everything.
Tinfoil? Yes, it sure does. Tinfoil, and I'd say duct tape. That fixes everything. Everything. In my opinion. All right. So the next question is.
Did you freeze? Oh.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a blip there. Is stress always bad?
I didn't hear a question. You froze.
Okay. Is stress always bad?
Is stress always bad?
Yeah. Is stress always a bad thing?
But that's loaded too, right?
Yeah,
because yes, stress is bad for you. It is bad for you. But on the other hand, sometimes the stress of things get you to really get going and achieve something because it's stressing you. You got to get it done. So
I agree.
So this is one of them questions you loads up again, just ruin my 2 in a row right streak. No matter what I say, you got me. You know it's true. I'm going to say...
No, it's true. Everything I do.
I'm going to go with the group and say, Miss,
Ellen, can you sit?
So that way, she's heartless anyway. She'll just make us all wrong.
I'm not heartless. I just said earlier, I'm not a Scrooge. Well, maybe I'm a Scrooge. I'm just not a Grinch. Is stress always bad, everybody? It is a myth. Short-term stress can improve focus. Chronic stress causes harm. Dwayne, you are absolutely correct on that one. That is 3 in a row. Bam.
3 in a row.
Yes. I mean, it's just like it's having a deadline. You got to get this report in at this time. Yeah, it stresses you because you got to get it in at that time, but it doesn't have to take over your life, right? Like
Dave missed
everybody has those little things.
Dave missed the question. Just tell him don't feel any stress about that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. If he is stressed about it, it's okay. It's healthy.
He's into
That's what we just established. Oh, I had to kick Ellen down. She would have just like completely stood in front of me the whole time. Okay, so do humans naturally need less sleep as they age? You know how the biddies get up at like 3 and 4 a.m. when they get older?
That's usually a
Kind
better
of concept.
problem, I'd say. I'm going to say no because well, we have really older people living with us, and sleep seems pretty important to them. They just, between consciousness. So, I say the question again one more time. See what way you get that one right.
Do humans naturally need less sleep as they age?
No, myth.
Okay, we got a couple of answers over here as well. Dave says yes, infants up to 18 hours. Dave's fucking Googling this shit. I guarantee it. Sorry for the language, guys. Jeepers creepers. I have people down in the States and you just made me use that kind of language. Bah! David. Relax. Same amount, but not all at one time. The Cam Fam Texas just sent that one in. Bruce says they need less sleep. And Dave says, this is just my head, my dear. And you know it. Oh, do
I believe that. Definitely.
It's true. Yeah. I should get him on the show sometime, like the three of us. See what happens. Poor Bruce. Actually, I wouldn't do that to you, Bruce.
We wouldn't be able to get a word in.
No, we wouldn't. Wouldn't. Dave would be like, actually, Wikipedia. Yeah. I mean, he's lovely though, everyone. Lovely. Do humans naturally need less sleep? The answer was myth. Your body still wants sleep. Sleep needs to stay similar. So sleep patterns change, not the requirement for sleep.
Oh, well. Start over again. That was 3 in a row. That was pretty good. That was a streak.
That was pretty good. That was really good. I was proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
It was a three-peat.
What?
It was a three-peat.
A three-peat. Nice. Let's start with the three-peat again then. Do adults stop learning new things? Kind of like you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
The answer to that is no, but as they get really old, they start losing the things. So which way are you doing your math? Because a baby don't know very much.
Pre-Alzheimer's, let's just say 65 and down. No Alzheimer's, no Parkinson's, no brain disease.
70, yeah, absolutely. They keep learning every day new things. You keep getting wiser and wiser. The answer is fact.
What does the chat say? Sorry.
Cam Fan asked
right.
a little bit earlier, do you guys go live every day?
We don't go live every day. This is the first time we've been live together. I definitely go live every Sunday, though. So I hope you subscribe.
She goes live a lot. She just got me as a guest today, Cam Fan. This is my first time.
Oh, he's going to be back. He's already pre-discussed what other topics he would like to throw out here. So, but to answer your question, I am on here. Today he is. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolute guinea pig.
100%. And who else to do it with than somebody who's part of your family? And besides, guys, I'm like, what am I, 3,000 kilometers away from you, Dwayne?
Yeah, something like that. 6 days travel.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool to be able to be here right now.
On a plane, 2 hours.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I have been coming on live consistently every Sunday. So if you want, we'd be more than happy to have you on board again. I like doing these trivia things, getting discussions happening and something to think of afterwards too. Oh, I'm glad that you love dogs because I definitely love dogs. I have 5 Labradors. Dwayne here, my brother, he has a Labrador and a little mixed Dachshund as well, and some kitty cats, of course. So we love dogs here. What type of dog do you have, the Cam Fam, or do you have a dog? Bruce said no. The Cam Fam said they have a Great Dane. She already answered that question. Well, there you go. It's almost like you read my mind. I love Great Danes. Dwayne, do you like Great Danes?
Oh yeah, I like all dogs, as long as they're nice dogs. Great Danes. A buddy of mine had a Great Dane, and God, I forget what it's called, but sometimes their stomachs roll over, and when they lie
Oh
down,
yeah, the
yeah,
Wolfhound.
it's in a twist. And it happened to the Great Dane, and it ended up dying. And he was devastated, and he went and got another Great Dane not long after, but
Yeah,
6 months later. Yeah, they
I
chewed the
think they're
top.
such gentle giants.
Oh, for sure. If you got the right owner, most dogs, 90% of dogs, like especially big dogs, are gentle giants. It's and little dogs, some of them are a little bit yappy. You can't control it, but they're not sassy.
Mm,
A lot of it
yeah.
is the owners, by and how they are and how they're. A lot of it is that. I don't think it's a good bad.
Uh,
Such a bad dog. I think it's bad owners.
oh, I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. Like 100%. My dogs are, what they are. They're only that. I think rudeness is when they just want to snuggle you too much. When they have company over, they're all pressing up against you because they want to love. That's one of their worst traits that they have. But otherwise, they're really great dogs. Great Danes have always been one of my favorite dogs, though. So the question that I asked everybody here was, do adults stop learning new things as we age? And the majority of the people on the board here, I was reading as you were talking there, Dwayne, and they all kind of disagreed with it. I believe that you had disagreed with it as well, if I remember correctly, and you all got that correct. So neuroplasticity continues throughout life. Brains do not expire, everybody. They're still on full force and they can still do what they do until the very moment you die. So congrats, Dwayne. You're back on the board to getting your trilogy again. So the next one, I'm changing categories right now. So the next category is human myths and social nonsense. Okay. It's more so social nonsense, the stuff that you hear. And it's like, what? All right. So the first one, Dwayne, is, are first impressions usually accurate?
No, myth.
Myth?
I've made sometimes I've done it. You've made a bad first impression, accidental or on purpose.
Yeah.
So, but
I've
it
met
doesn't
some
always
people that
stay.
have shockingly surprised me being the opposite of who they are, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You know
I
what I mean?
thought they were, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the way I thought you were before we got live together. Now all of a sudden
Right.
it's changed, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a total see you next time. Bruce says no. And Dan says not always. Handicap Traveler, he says, Dan, I love dogs, though are partial to hounds. Brandon, no, I think everyone sucks until proven otherwise, and not everyone sucks. But you just said in the same sentence that everyone sucked and not everyone sucked. Oh, until proven otherwise. And you might think that they don't suck. All right. Well, I think that's a
Brandon
decent
goes
basis to
into
go by.
yeah. Brandon goes into it, thinking
Yeah,
everyone's
you
sucks.
get bonus. You
You
get,
got to impress them.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you got to wine and dine Randall first before he's willing to let you into his group. There's nothing wrong with that. It's called quality over quantity, right? Dave says, not the most accurate, but first impressions do imprint into other people's opinions. And he's not wrong there. The social cues, the social nonsense or whatever. So to answer everyone, you are all correct, Wayne. You got 2. Are first impressions usually accurate? The question is a myth. They form quickly with very limited information, but vibes are not facts, everybody. Like you might like someone's smile, or you might like the way that you're dressed, or you might like the way that their hair is styled, but And you would look across the room and go, oh, that person looks interesting, neat. And maybe you see them talking confidently and you're like, oh, they must be smart too. And then you walk away thinking that they're a smart, really well organized person. Turns out that they borrowed their cousin's freaking clothes out of the closet because they had nothing to wear other than sweats. And, they haven't even graduated grade 7. They're doing a ditch digging. And there's nothing wrong with ditch digging. I'm just saying that you don't know until you know. And Dwayne's like, let's get on with this freaking Shangri-La nonsense. Give me something down. You're trailing.
People change, man.
People change. Well, I mean, your opinions of them change, right? Like it must. It must. That's why it's an inaccurate statement to think that you can look at somebody and figure out who they are. So the next question is, does confidence make people seem smarter?
To other people?
Yeah. You got somebody walking in the room and they're feeling all confident about something. They're talking about something that you don't know a whole lot about. Okay, I'll say that.
Yeah, well, that depends on the other person too, because it's the receiver for someone who's being overconfident. They're just being them, but then it's the receiver, and how does the receiver take that? Are they impressed with it, or are they like, fuck off? You're full of shit, right? Something like that. So I'm gonna say myth.
All right, Dwayne says it is not true.
That's true.
What does the chat say over here? Not the most accurate. All right. Keyword seems. So yes, I've been fooled by many confident CDMs.
Dave said, do I seem smart having the confidence to dive face first off my roof?
Well, that is an excellent point.
Bruce says yes.
All right. People change, man. That's where you got that from. Okay. People change, man. All right. Well, the actual answer that I have anyways, because I'm actually agreeing with Dwayne here in like when he explains it in his perspective, I would agree. But stats here, I'm just going to read what I have. Does confidence make people seem smarter? It says fact. Confidence strongly influences perceived intelligence, which is a good follow-up question from the earlier one, right? The earlier one, and I led into it. I even foreshadowed an answer in my reply earlier when I said, sometimes you look across the room and if somebody's speaking confidently, you think that they're smart, right? You think they know. But that might be the only freaking thing that they know. You talk to them about anything else, they're probably, drooling on themselves.
Probably just a big note too.
Yeah, it could be a big feeling person. Could be a big feeling person. You're absolutely correct. So actions, I think there was a mixed board there.
Actions are usually stronger than words.
And Dave said, or they seem douchey. You're right. Arrogance is probably where he was going with that one. Do people actually pay attention as well as they think? Do you think that you pay attention as well as you think?
Do I pay attention as well as
do people generally pay attention as well as they think they do? I knew you would have a problem with that question. That's why I'm laughing.
I'm back up the tree, and this is what she comes with. Right? Doomsday device. Myth.
You say it's myth?
Myth.
Doomsday device. Dave's telling you to pay attention, apparently, but everyone else
I move
actually.
a lot, but I'm watching the animals and I'm glancing at the hockey game every now and then.
Very nice. The dive sports. Yeah. Everyone here generally says no, and I believe
when I look
said
this way, I'm reading chat because it's bigger on that screen.
So everybody here is correct. Attention is limited and easily disrupted. Yet, there you go, Dwayne. You're at 4. Great job.
Ooh, 4. Excellent. A handful. One more.
Yeah, almost. You're almost past that one hand. That's great. You're going to graduate to 2 hands. All right. So the next one is: do people know what will? I'm not going to read that one. That was corny. I like this one, and I think this involves a conversation. I know people will have a lot to say about this one. Is common sense common?
No. Myth.
Squirrel, you're being accused of being Doug from Up. Looking over at the hockey game. Common sense isn't common to all, David says, and Brandon says that it is a myth as well. The same with the Cam Fam Texas. Yeah, I would, and you said no as well, right, Dwayne?
Yeah.
Bruce also agrees with you there. And you are all correct. Dwayne, you are officially holding a thumb up with your fingers now. Woo! All right. So it is, yeah. What seems obvious depends on experience and context. So it is not a common thing. When I was reading more of an explanation earlier on that, I wanted to get into it because it's a saying that I use all the time, right? Common sense isn't so common anymore. But putting it into perspective is that the experience that I have is based on what I've done, right? My path. And, there's stuff that me and Dwayne probably would be very good at doing because of how we were raised. And then there's things that Dwayne would then evolve into doing better than me as a result of his experiences of us in adulthood, living two different lives. So we used to have common sense, but then when our lives separated, right? When our lives separated and we went our different ways, we have our own common sense now, which branches out into different areas. You like that?
I like that.
No, you didn't. I could tell by your condescending face, but I'll move on.
I'm laughing because I just got a message from my manager who's watching.
Oh, say hello. Do please.
I said, true that, Mark. Mark Peddle.
Oh, it's Mark. Okay, he's mentioned you before. He doesn't like you very much. He complains about you all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. You know what, Mark? If you want to touch base with me privately, I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything. I'll spill the tea. Anyways, well, Mark, it's great to have you here. I hope you're still here. We're torturing Dwayne right now by asking him questions, and he has to guess whether it is myth or fact. Then we're going to go over into the chat, so I hope that you're here and you're willing to chat with us and see who actually gets the answer correct. So right now he is on a streak of 5 in a row, which is pretty awesome. And I'm just about to ask him the next question. So the next question, Dwayne.
Mark says, great job.
Oh, thank you.
He said, we are both awesome together.
Oh, thank you. Are humans rational decision makers?
Yes. That's what got us here. True decision making.
Okay. I'll buy that.
Absolutely.
What does the chat say? What does the chat say?
When you say humans, you got to look at humans from all the humans from all time.
Yes,
and obviously,
of course.
Rational. Now, if you were pointing out a certain 2 or 3 people and said, are they rational? I would say no, or I would say yes, depending on what I know about that person. But as a general species, yes, we're rational. Of course we are. That's what put us on the moon. Decision process.
That's more scientific than rational, but yeah, rational is part of it.
The first 8 that picked up the stick and went and hit the other 8 at the watering hole and drank the water then, and Buddy was knocked out or dead, that was a decision, rational decision-making process right there. He rationally decided, I'm going to talk
I mean, water. In the right order. Let's see what the chat says.
Yep.
All right, so Dan says, book smart to street smart. You're right, actually. I was referring to that. I'm more of a street smart person than I am a book smart person, and I think Dwayne would concur with that as well about himself. Hide. Bruce says no. This one's funny. Brandon says, not where I work. Are humans rational decision makers? Okay, I'm just going to put it out there that me and Brandon actually work in the same place. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. And Dave says, what?
United States. He did. I'm just answering something that.
Yeah, go for it.
Trump kind of inherited the United States and its power. He didn't make it. Just because he's there doesn't mean, he did anything except for win an election with money and now he's millionaires and stuff. That's all.
All right. You think that was a rational decision?
To me, and say that, yes, I rationalize
Okay.
that.
Okay. So, Dave, okay. Bruce, I'm just getting back into it. No, just look at Trump. Oh, I didn't see that. I was wondering where you got the Trump context.
The question's not about Trump, it's about humans.
Yes,
Trump
just
barely
humans.
is even human, really. More of a robot.
That's a bold statement. It's a
Look at some
bold
of his
statement.
decisions. How could you say he's really humane?
Are you referring to his orangeness or his amazing hair?
His corporate greed.
Mm,
They don't
yeah.
care about, no, they don't care about
Well,
nothing
they don't
except,
care like us because we're the
no,
ones that's giving out. They're the ones that are doing what they want, doing what they want, doing what they want. And we think it's going towards an umbrella, but really it's going in a bucket. So the question was, are humans rational decision makers? Dwayne, I believe you said that we were
yeah,
rational decision makers.
as humans.
And I think, yeah, there's a couple that I think it was all over the board there. And so I have myth. Emotion and bias influences most choices. So you're not rational when you're stressed out or you feel fear or all of these human emotions that deters whether or not we can think rationally. So we broke your streak.
We broke the streak. Dave is
Yeah.
going to give us a history lesson of the dictators.
Hussein, Arafat, Xerxes. Xerxes was pretty cool, actually. It was one of my favorites out of that line, obviously. Let's move on to the next question, shall we? Do people remember? I don't really want to ask that question. I think that's a really dumb question. Do people prefer simple answers over complex ones?
Absolutely. Fact. Who wants to listen to someone ramblings like that other question we had earlier, buddy, who was overconfident? You want to listen to that guy, right? Just take the point and move on. Fact.
Just want to point out that David wants everyone to know that Xerxes was the beginning and the end for the Persian Empire. It was
Darius
all
was
created by Darius.
Yeah, Darius was Xerxes' father. So Xerxes really was just trying to do what Darius couldn't when he invaded Greece, I believe. Yeah.
Brandon says, no, beat around the bush. Bruce agrees. He says, definitely. Do people prefer simple answers over complex ones? I kind of laughed when I saw this answer because I'll tell you in a minute. So the answer is fact, right? Do people prefer simple answers over
Yes.
complex ones? So it is correct. It is correct. And the only way I could think about it was like, looking at someone and saying, and I'm sorry if this is a gender strike, but can you give me the man's version of the answer as opposed to the woman's version of the answer? Because the woman's version is usually much longer and the man usually sticks to the points. Because that's what they prefer. Is it for it to be short, clear, concise, go. It's true. It's true. I've said it. You said it. I've said it. I've actually said it to people. I've said to people, whoa. Can you give me the woman's version, please? Because I don't have fucking time to be listening to the rest of what the hell you got going on. Okay,
we got
just give me the info.
Of the question in 3 seconds, and we're still listening to your version a minute and a half later.
I know, right? It's the gift. It's a gift that keeps on giving. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a Christmas miracle, really.
Oh, yeah. It's a miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. All right. So the next question is, there was a couple in here. Dave's giving more history lessons of Sparta and Greece over there. Yeah.
Yeah. He's right.
Dave says that it was Sparta, Greece.
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon and him are having a nice little conversation there. How lovely. Unless we have a man's plan. See, Brandon, you get it. When you mansplain, it's good. Clear, concise, get out of there. It's not the woman's version. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a woman. I know I'm kind of like speaking against women right now, but I mean, Dwayne obviously pointed it out. I will never deny that I talk a lot. Never.
For those of you that probably don't know, Dave at the Dive Sports is Holly's husband.
Yeah.
So hold on a
That's why
minute. If anyone over explains in this relationship, I find that quite entertaining.
Yeah, he says ma'am-splaining, like memory. Hold on a minute. If anyone, oh, I didn't see that one. Hold on a minute. If anyone over explains in this relation, oh, it's 100% me, Hundy. That's why I asked the question. It's funny. It was just a moment where I could make fun of myself, and Dwayne's looking over at me. He's like, "Holy, I gotta go to work tomorrow, woman. You're gonna be done. You're gonna get done, JC." No, that's pretty funny. The Dive Sports says Brandon said "ma'am-splain." Yes, he probably created a typo while he was typing. We do not judge people on their grammar here. We established this last week when we were live, David. Come on, get with the fucking program. Get with the program. Okay. Okay, so this was a category that I added to it that I thought was better than the stuff that we were covering. So, the things your parents told you growing up. Okay? So, whether this is myth or fact, there's a lot of stuff that parents tell us growing up. Like, one of the things that our parents told us is don't make funny faces.
Holly,
because.
Holly, raise my hand. Can someone else speak
Yeah.
to them? Can you repeat? You glitched a bit. Can you repeat the question there?
Oh, I didn't
Before
actually
you
give a
explained
question
the
yet.
history behind World War II. Oh, okay. You glitched a bit. I thought you did. Sorry. It just everything went plain. And I was.
I just want to acknowledge the microaggression that Dwayne just threw at me, and I'm willing to move on with my life. Anywho, no, Dwayne, I was saying that the next category I actually included here myself. It's not part of the regular program. I thought it was more entertaining than the next category that was given to me. And I hope that everyone enjoys them. It's things your parents told you when you were growing up, whether or not that was true.
I thought that was the question.
No, I was just telling the story of what Mom used to tell us growing up. Well, me anyways. What she said to me was, don't make funny faces because when the wind blows, your face will stay that way. You know, all that kind of weird stuff. Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, like why do parents do these things? I have no idea. It's society that drives them to do it. Okay, so let's start with the first one. So the first one that your parents would have maybe told you growing up was going outside with wet hair will make you sick. Going outside with wet hair will make you sick. Is this true or not?
Myth. It's a myth. It's not going to make you sick like every time. It's a myth. It's the heat loss is what they were worried about, and they would just say these silly little things to you just because they loved you and they want you not to be cold. But yeah, I mean, we've all done it. We've all went outside with wet hair. We all didn't come home an hour later dying of sickness. You know what I mean? So that's a myth.
That's a myth?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's the chat say? I think the chat's pretty much going with you there, Dwayne.
Bruce says myth. Dave says being cold or wet in and of itself will not make you sick. Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, and he also said that we will not allow macroaggressions. I said micro.
We will only allow macroaggressions. He must figure that one of the micro.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He must get blow a gasket altogether and go crazy.
No, that he'll just call me afterwards. He'll leave. This is exactly what Dwayne will do. He will go upstairs. He will decompress with Jocelyn. And it was like, Lord Jesus, boy, yeah, it was a good time, boy. And then he'll start reflecting back on some of the stuff. And he was like, oh, Holly did this or Holly did that. And this is while he's having his cigarette. And then, maybe I'll be able to call him then. And then he can just like yell at me and tell me that he's displeased with me as a human being. And then he doesn't know why. He still converses with me, that the only one in the family that pities me is him. And it's the only reason why he's still around. That kind of stuff. That's what happens.
That pretty much sums it up.
Obviously, everyone, I'm being sarcastic and fictitious there. None of that is true, except for you will have a cigarette most likely when you come off the broadcast. Brandon says, true, confection doesn't make you sick, just like wearing a jacket in -30 doesn't. Body temperature is the factor. And Dan says, wearing no coat in -30-degree weather can make you sick with frostbite. There you go. Absolutely. Bam! That's all true. All right, so I'm going to go back to the thingy here. Going outside with wet hair will make you sick is something that your parents said when you were growing up, and it is actually a freaking myth. Viruses cause colds, not cold air or wet hair. They meant well, but science disagrees. Next question. Reading in dim light will ruin your eyesight.
We already had that one earlier.
Yeah, we did. A repeat. Fired. Sitting too close. What? Maybe I already. I think I already went through this list. Here you go. You should wait 30 minutes after eating before swimming.
Oh, I've heard that before. For cramps, isn't it? Yeah. I can't swim, so I don't know. I don't bother going in water. That's why I'm not going skinny dipping in the ice water either. But
oh yeah, I guess I forgot you couldn't swim.
Yeah. I'm gonna say fact on that. Just because I think I heard it because something to do with cramps, and then it could lead to maybe getting cramps and drowning or something like that.
Okay. Yep. And Dan says myth as well. Okay, but you say it's true. All right, one for true, one for not. Try
Dave
pulling a sled across a well.
But it's a matter of comfort. What do you mean of comfort? Because of cramps?
Bruce says it's a myth as well. Personally, I say it's a myth. And this says you should wait 30 minutes after eating before swimming. The answer is it is a myth. Swimming after eating is generally safe. Pool rules were just dramatic. I guess it was liability.
I guess
some people can handle the cramps, some people can't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I suppose. I don't know. Interesting. Dave says cramps aren't dangerous, just uncomfortable. So yes. All right. So we're almost at the end of the game here, Dwayne. I know you're thinking to yourself, Lord Jesus, she mentions a cigarette and now I want one. You should. Let's see. Here's a good one. We all heard this growing up. Swallowing gum stays in your stomach for 7 years.
Swallowing gum stays in your stomach. That is a myth. That's a 100% myth. I don't chew gum right now, but obviously as a little kid I did, and you get too much candy and gum at Halloween time. It's like corn. That's what it looks like the next day when it comes out. The evidence is there.
That's right.
It's myth.
And you know what? Dave says 12 to 18 hours later when you poop it out. Everyone here is disagreeing with the situation. Everyone here thinks this one is false. And everyone here is absolutely correct. It passes through in a couple of days. There you go. You are all correct. So you can swallow your gum, everybody. Go for it. They always tell you to spit it out. And that's why there's so many school desks that have gum underneath it when you're growing up.
McDonald's burger might last 7 years, don't it? If it doesn't come out in the next 7 minutes.
Oh. All right.
That's what you get, right? But then
a McDonald's burger? I got to say, I really like the double quarter pounder with cheese.
I don't eat McDonald's.
I know that you don't eat a McDonald's. I don't mind the burger every once in a while. But over on the other side of the pond, the UK, it actually tastes way freaking better than over here.
Is it fresh or something?
Yeah.
It's all preservatives here and X-Lax. They fill it full of preservatives. They've got shelf life.
Tofu and
X-Lax, so you can get it into your system. If it will be there probably 7 years.
Yeah. Anyways, sitting on cold ground will make you sick. Get off the ground. Sitting on, you'll make yourself sick.
What kind of sick? Like,
I guess
any type of sickness that does something ill to your body, I would have to say yes.
Cold, like a cold or a flu. We can go with that because it could affect your kidneys. I don't know if
sitting on cold ground will give you a cold or a flu. I go with myth for that. But I know for sure that some guys and who might, or people, I should say, not necessarily guys, who might suffer from hemorrhoids, that stuff hurts them. Not from
Yeah.
firsthand experience, but I'm thinking of one individual in particular.
Oh,
Now,
of course. You're
yeah,
saying it for a friend of yours.
I've never had hemorrhoids, thankfully, because from what I understand, they're pretty bad. But so I'm depends. I'm going to go with myth because you got to look at the general, the overall, but it can have ill effects on certain people.
I would agree. Like, I mean, if you're sitting down on a cold bench, they do say that your kidneys can be affected by that, right? Like if your organs are getting cold, that will affect it. It's your torso that's the most important part to keep warm in your whole body. What does the crowd say?
It's
Sitting
mostly
on the
myth.
cold ground will make you sick.
I'm seeing a lot of
So,
myths.
yeah. So everyone agrees with you, right? You say it's a myth as well. And everybody here is correct. Cold does not cause infections. It doesn't give colds. It is not a contagious virus that that all of a sudden will take you over. It's just cold. It's just uncomfortable. All right. So the next one. Oh, okay. I haven't seen this part of the list yet, so this is all new for me.
Oh, Brandon.
Dwayne, you'll spoil a baby by holding them too much. I'm sure the old in-laws would say that. Don't hold her too long. You'll be spoiling her.
Myth.
It is a
I
myth. How about everybody
100%.
else?
You hold that baby, it feels love. That's what it needs.
I agree. And so does Dan. Dan says that it is a myth as well that if you hold your baby for too long, that you'll spoil him.
Now it's different when he becomes a toddler or a young child, and if you got them up in your arms all day long, and all of a sudden they turn 50, 60 pounds, that's spoiling
Oh, yes.
them. A
That's
baby,
true.
it's not spoiling a baby. It's what
No,
you
not a, I absolutely agree. Except for the only one who came here and said that this was true by
Bruce.
holding a baby too long was Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce, you are incorrect. Everyone else, you are correct. It is a myth. Responsive caregiving supports development, and babies have no agenda. None. None whatsoever. So sorry, Bruce, you didn't get that one, but you've been a top contender most of the time in this chat. Hello, Louie. Everybody, this is Louie. This is Sammy's brother, and it is Ellen's son. Apparently, Louie wants a little bit of playtime.
My chair's on wheels. He's pushing me across the floor. Stop that.
He's heavier than Sam. This guy, he's a big guy. You are being pushed.
Okay, that's enough. Get down. Get down. Good boys.
That's
Good
funny.
boys. Good boys. Go lie down. Go lie down. Good boys.
All right, so the next one. Too much. No, don't like that one. You should brush your teeth before bed.
Fact. It's always a good time to brush your teeth. Why would it be a myth that no, that's bad? Don't do that. Don't brush your teeth before bed. How could that exist? Right? Like, no, it's fact. It's always good to brush your teeth.
Dan agrees with you. He says, yes, it is always good. In fact, you should brush your teeth before you go to bed. Not a bad suggestion, as recommended by 9 out of the 10 dentists in the world, says Dave. And Brendan says fact as well. I agree. It's a stupid question. But you know what? There's a lot of dirtbags out there. I will have to say this. Everybody here is correct, by the way. It is a fact. Night brushing reduces cavities while you sleep. Every dentist out there is nodding their head right now. You know, brush your teeth. But I do know some people, so where I work full time, sometimes we get together and we go for runs in large packs. And when we do this, you're susceptible to the person ahead of you. And in the mornings, I have numerous times been running behind someone else, and you could tell that they did not brush their teeth. So there was one day in particular, the same person hadn't, and he stank. So I went over to him and I told him, I was like, dude, you have like major dragon breath today. Like, did you brush your teeth? He's like, no, I never brushed my teeth until after PT and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why would you want everybody else out there in the world to deal with your dragon breath? That's ridiculous. Like, I think that as soon as you wake up and as soon as just before you go to sleep, like, brush your freaking teeth. Kids. Brush your teeth. All right, so drinking water matters when you're active or sick. That's stupid. We're sketching it. No, we're not even going there. Nope. I don't even want to have to try to explain that one. And two, Holly can see the dogs and belly rubs. I'm happy to see you here. I know that you love seeing the dogs. They're all passed out right now, actually, but as soon as they become active, I'll see if I can get one of them over for you for sure. Nothing getting enough sleep. Okay, so Dwayne, the next question is, not getting enough sleep affects mood and focus.
Absolutely. Fact.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that one too.
Would have to
not getting enough sleep affects mood and focus. Yeah. I mean, we talk about this.
For 2 minutes, okay?
Yeah. He's got to have that cigarette, everybody.
This time I will remove my microphone.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We like this. Yeah. So yeah, not getting enough sleep affects mood and focus. David says that I am the perfect example. Well, isn't that a double-handed a backhanded compliment, if I should say so myself? Not QL. I am a night owl, though. Like, I went to bed last night around 2 a.m. and I was up at 7 a.m., so I had 5 hours. But here I am, you know? I mean, I wouldn't run any marathon or anything like that right now, but I think I'm pretty well alert and focused. But mind you, if I had to do that every night, yes, eventually I would wear down for sure. And Dwayne doesn't have his mic off again. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that just fantastic? Or were you just telling him? I don't know, because I couldn't hear anything coming out of Dwayne's side. But apparently they wanted to make sure that you did it. And he did, because I can't hear him. You need to turn your mic back on, mister. I like this version of Dwayne, though.
How about now?
Yes.
Good?
Back to normal. Yep.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. Hey.
By the way, I was covering for Holly earlier. It wasn't my mic that was on. I was just being a good brother.
Whatever. There's no way. Hold on one, guys. I gotta close the door.
Oh, I died.
For me now. Hey.
It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry about that. It's the neighbor's dog again.
Thanks, handicap.
He definitely does have a good sense of humor. There's a reason he's here, guys. He has a...
Well, such a sucker as I am to be the guinea pig on Boxing Day.
I think everyone here in this forum was present last week when we had a trivia and we discovered that we could send StreamYard links to people. Yep. And you are definitely the pilot for this project. Personally, I think that the dynamic of this is way better. Would you guys agree in the chat? I wouldn't say way better because I think I told my line, but it certainly is better with having another person on screen to interact with. Plus, you're getting to learn a little bit more about me and my family. That is for sure.
From my perspective, you could look at just, let's say next time it's Dave or Bruce or Handicap, and we're doing the trivias week after week. These regular people, they're nice to see and hear them out. Put a name to the face.
Oh yeah,
to the
that's
words.
the intent. That's the intent. as long as everybody here is on board. I can have up to 10 people on this screen. So that would be cool. Are you guys ready for the last question of the evening?
Oh, big one.
It's not that big of a one. All right. So the very last, is it myth or is it fact? You must eat everything on your plate. Dun, dun, dun. Dwayne says that I'm lame. And so I had to end it off on that note. Okay. Like, I really did. There was never an issue. Dwayne never had to get told that, actually, because he used to lick the plate. So did I.
It depends what, it 100% depends on what's on the plate, of course, with me.
What if it was spaghetti?
Okay, spaghetti's really good. It's all getting it. The plate is getting licked friggin' clean. Clean. Best spaghetti in the world. Not the white stuff, the other stuff.
Osobuco. Osobuco.
Yeah, that's it.
We call it.
That's really good. That's a myth, of course.
A myth?
What happens if you put shit on a plate? Doesn't mean you got to eat it.
Oh, you're so right, Brandon. Latvia memories. You simply can't sometimes. It's so true. Like the food there was very terrible. And it had dill on everything. And I loathe dill. I didn't do well in Latvia. The amount of dill that they had. Dave says,
damn it, right you will, under this roof. What did I miss? Is he putting you in your spot? Did I miss something good?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I missed that one too. Someone else will have to put that one into context for me. I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, Dave's cooking does get cleaned up. I guarantee you that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what he meant. Damn right, under this roof. Dave doesn't waste any food.
Oh, okay, I understand now. Yeah, I walked away for a bit. Yeah, all right. It's good cooking.
It is good cooking. Dave cooks really well. I would have to say I'm a pretty good chef as well, but I don't do it as often as what Dave does. Dwayne disagrees. He doesn't think that I can cook as well as Dave.
No,
but
that's because it's just itchy ear.
Uh-huh. Sure. Okay. Well, we'll get back to the question.
Sensitive? Are you sensitive? What's wrong?
I know. But it's good stress, though. We've already established that. It's good stress. It's good.
There is good stress. That's right.
There is. You must eat everything on your plate is actually a myth. Forcing kids to finish meals disrupts hunger cues. So you shouldn't actually tell your kid. You know what? I completely disagree with this. I think that if you give the kid the plate and they eat as much as they can on the plate, sure. If you've seen that they actually gave it some effort in eating what was on the plate, let it be. But if they're not eating on the plate because they're fussy and then they come back later and they want pop, chips, bars, cakes, and all this kind of crap, then heck no. Don't give them anything in between each plate because that's the food that you get. You know, you take it or you leave it. You have two choices.
Yeah, that's used at a time when you want them to get something good in them because they will eat junk if you're going to let them. Most kids will. So you get that. And you make them eat certain things. No, you can't have dessert until you eat your meal, or at least most of it. The difference was back when I was a kid, you entered out or you got a punch in the head for dessert. And nowadays, parents will cave so much quicker. You know what I mean? And because it's just where we are, they're softer.
Yeah, Dan says the same thing here. Parents' judgment. It is the parents' judgment. Like mom used to freak out when I wouldn't eat things on the plate because mom used to think that I didn't eat at all. Right? But you never had an issue eating growing up.
Me? No. Lick the plate clean.
I just described Bruce. Are you a take it or leave it kind of person, Bruce? Is that what you meant? I got a picture of Bruce, actually. And Bruce, I pictured you with a big beard. I don't know why I did, but I always pictured you with a beard. I don't know if you have a beard now, but he didn't in the picture, Dwayne. I should share that picture. Just for you.
Dave, how come you didn't comment on that last question? What was it like for you growing up? I would say.
Manja.
No, I'd say I would have guessed that whatever's cooked, he had to eat it, and that's it.
You're a fussy eater? What is your zero tolerance there, Bruce? Like I'm dill. Dill is my only no-go. Dwayne's experienced it when we were down in Boston recently. He saw I will not compromise at
We
all.
found the only restaurant in Boston that serves everything with dill.
I know it was like nut bars. You
The
know,
whole restaurant was a dill pickle.
yes, and they didn't have it listed as one of the ingredients on the thing either. So I'm like, well, this sounds safe.
Well, I had steak, and it came with a dill pickle sauce.
Oh God.
And Kendall had some type of gluten-free salad, but it came with pickles. And I forget what you had, but it was full of pickles, so you didn't like
Mine
that.
was cod. I had cod.
Yeah,
and they put dill all over the top of it. It's like, what in the hell? Witchcraft is this?
Sweet fries.
Yeah. So I sent it back and I got some sweet potato fries instead. I didn't want to have to look at the menu anymore. Him and I had been waiting almost an hour and a half for our food. We were starving. And when it all came out and I couldn't even eat it, I was just like, just give me some French fries, please. It's just the easiest thing. You can't screw it up. Just get me some French fries. Yeah, I was starting to get hangry. He asked me how did I survive in Latvia. My God, Brandon, I actually ended up buying a lot of my own food when I was in Latvia. Dwayne, I'm not kidding. There were tables upon tables upon tables of dill. As soon as you walked into that DFAC is what we call it, but it's like a cafeteria. You go in and get fed, and oh man, I got so sick. But yeah, I would just go to I would go to restaurants in the evening and get a late meal or something like that, and I go to the grocery store as well, and I just fed myself. It's the best thing to do. I contemplated IMPs, improvised meal plans, which are supplied by the Canadian Forces. I did contemplate that because I was pretty hungry there for a while. Dan says, Mom.
Yeah, I
go
wouldn't
ahead.
have realized that. I wouldn't have realized that in Latvia they would have served you guys so much dill. I'm just reading it there now. And Handicap comes in and says, Mom would give in if it was liver because Dad was the only one who really liked it. I like beef liver. It's been a long time since I had beef liver, actually.
I had to breathe in dill without a respirator. Yeah. Hold on, Dwayne. I'm going to take a quick 1 minute, just like yourself. And if you want to carry on the chat, what's one of the foods that you are, I know Dwayne has a couple, but what is one of the foods that you guys say is a complete no-go for you? And Dwayne, I think the biggest one for you is what? Rice?
Yes.
That's the biggest one.
Pasta.
And then elbow macaroni.
Certain pasta. There's good pasta and there's bad pasta. And there's good tasting pasta and there's slubby, gross, thick noodles that disgust me. And rice, it depends on who makes it and what it is. I do eat rice. Holly thinks I'm like anti-rice, but I'm not 100% anti-rice. It's just, why eat it if you don't want to? I'm a meat and potatoes kind of fella. Dave knows that. Now, Dave makes really good pasta. His spaghetti is the best. I've never had his lasagna. Maybe the next time I go out, I'll get him to make that first. Some pasta. Yep.
Can they hear me?
I guess. Can you hear Jocelyn?
Hear me?
This is my fiancée, Jocelyn. Can you hear her? Oh, Holly's back. She'll tell us.
Oh, hello, Mrs.
Can you hear her?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Dwayne says rice is not bad. He's full of crap. I made him almost a little over 3.5 years ago, and I've never had a dish since.
I'm just going to wait for my daughter to pop up
Bye.
in that corner now. All the women in my life like to do this to me.
Yes, we like to crawl up and like take over every corner so that we have him surrounded and he has no defenses.
No.
So he doesn't like rice. No matter what he's saying here, he don't like rice.
Oh, I know he doesn't like. I didn't hear that part where he was trying to compromise his way out of not liking rice. Because you guys, do I ever have stories?
Compromise my way out of it's. I'm anti-rice. Apparently, I told you that earlier, guys, before she came back. Apparently, I'm anti-rice.
I'm gone. Bye. That's my message.
All right. Well, Jocelyn, before you go, we'll go.
Who's pushing me?
Yes.
What's your no-go food?
Jocelyn's garbage can. She eats
There's
everything.
not much I don't like.
Well,
Rabbit. Other than that, I'm game for anything.
Rabbit. We've never had rabbit.
And then
I guess that's the easiest thing to say then.
Not in the
Yeah.
last couple of years, anyway.
Come on, Louis, let's go.
We're finishing up
We're
here
done.
now.
Yeah, we are. We're about to finish up. For me, it's definitely dill. You had a strong dislike for rice, but I think you're coming around to it. You told me this a few months back that you tried
What I
some
told the
stuff and
group
you're opening
basically,
up.
I'm not anti-rice. It depends on who makes the rice, and it depends on what way it's made. And I like it dry and small portions. But my worst food for me is big, fat, thick noodles, like in Chinese.
Like
food.
overcooked noodles?
I don't eat Chinese food.
Oh, udon noodles?
Whatever.
Those big worms?
Mm.
Is
thick
that what it's
ones,
like for you?
wet and slubbery, and you put it in your mouth, and it's like, my God, it just wants to go down your throat. I'd rather eat my eggs, which are not too bad. It's tough.
Rather. Well, there's eggs in the noodle, I'm sure. There is.
Yeah, and it
Bruce.
goes down your throat easier.
All right. Well, Handicap. Dan says mom would have to give it through me to deliver. Yeah, we already read that one out. You had breath. Yeah, breathing dill. Yes and yes. All right. Cool. Well, we got everybody up to date on the chat, and now we know that you're a recovering riceaholic, and sorry, the opposite thereof, a recovering anti-riceaholic. I will, yeah, an anti-riceaholic, and I am.
I forget her name. There's a piece of rice here with a line through it.
That's
Boy,
right.
boy.
That's right.
I'll be attacking all the Asian countries. And their rice
Yeah,
fields.
your sidekick will just be holding a sign that says boycott rice, boycott rice.
I'll bring a potato with me. He'll be my sidekick, Mr. Potato Head.
Yes. Yeah, that's best because you can turn that frown upside down then, which we know is better.
Oh, you're gonna have a soup.
Right.
Don't you?
With a Mr. Potato Head. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get ready to close up the shop here. That was a lot of myths and a lot of facts and a lot of things our parents swore were true, but were not. Chat absolutely understood the assignment today, so thank you very much for all of your participation there. Dwayne, thank you very much for being a good sport today. I really appreciate
Thank you
it.
for having me. I mean that.
Yeah.
I had fun. It was good.
I really enjoy this, and I hope you guys in the chat did as well. I love this dynamic today. I look forward to maybe having some of you who are in the chat on with me as well. Dwayne, I would 100% really love to have you back again, and I think the chat was as well from what I'm seeing. So to everyone out there, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I'll see you next time.
Yeah,
The next time will be just one moment. Let me open up my calendar. I can foreshadow right here. Thanks for saying the goodbyes for me there, Dwayne. So I guess my next live.
I'm just trying to get my 2 cents and cut you off as much as I can before we leave this off.
Cool.
It'll make me feel good later.
Well, that's good. And then you could replay it back because it's going to be posted on YouTube when we're done. You can just like clip it out and save that one moment where you made me, twitch and snap and whatever. Cool. It's the only reason he came on here, everybody, was just to make me squirm. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a live sometime next week, and that will be based on the December 2025 watch list under my playlist, and that one will have a prize. So I hope everyone tunes in next week when all of that's going to go down. It's going to be trivia as well, but it's going to be similar to the stuff that we were covering before, unless you guys have other things that you want to discuss. I'd be more than happy to come up with a list of questions if that is your gig. So anyways, thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out with me today, and I hope to see you again all in the future. Have a great one.
All right. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you, Holly.
See you guys.
See ya.